The Sims? Come on, really?
If you need me to tell you what The Sims is, then you're probably a visitor from our distant future, from a time when all electronic entertainment has been lost to the mists of history, but it's best described as a person simulator. You create a family of tiny digital people, and then watch them proceed to do all of the things you wish you'd done with your life, but that you'll never do because you spend all of your free time playing the fucking Sims.
Hardcore gamers give The Sims a lot of shit for being too casual, but The Sims has sold 125 million copies worldwide to date, so hardcore gamers are idiots.
Being as popular as it was, and indeed still is, The Sims inevitably found its way onto the PS2, GameCube and Xbox, and was quickly followed by an updated sequel, The Sims Bustin' Out, released less than a full year later. Rather than being solely free-play experiences, these games focus on an actual narrative wherein your sim has to go on a rags-to-riches adventure of personal, social and financial gain, as well as overthrow the evil Malcolm Landgrab who's been basically stealing everyone's shit because they aren't pulling themselves up by their bootstraps enough for his liking.
He later goes on to become a pundit for Fox News.
The Sims Bustin' Out was accompanied by handheld versions for the Game Boy Advance and the Nokia N-Gage. Sorry, N-Gage is dumb. Anyway, these ports were a huge deal for fans of the game. For the first time, EA had put out a Sims game you could play anywhere, which would be great if it bore even the slightest resemblance to The Sims, which it doesn't. The Game Boy Advance version of The Sims Bustin' Out puts you in control of a small, poorly rendered 3D kid who goes to live in his Uncle Hayseed's barn over the summer, which is not creepy, it's not, don't ask any follow-up questions, just go with it. Rather than use the point-and-click interface of the other versions of the game, you control your sim directly using the D-pad, moving up, down, left, right, etc., and you also get full control over what you say during interactions with the residents of your uncle's weird little town, which in turn affects whether or not they want to be friends with you, which in turn affects nothing, basically, not a thing.
The Sims Bustin' Out is a game with a serious identity crisis. It doesn't seem to know whether it wants to be a proper Sims game with moodlets and money and stuff to keep your sim happy, or whether it wants to be baby's first roleplay game with a bunch of trite tasks for you to do around town, resulting in an RPG where, partway through a fetch quest, you have to go back home because your character really needs to take a shit.
You'll get missions and requests from NPCs who will then vanish entirely when you need to talk to them, reappearing at random intervals in different locations. There's no map for the game world, so when an NPC tells you you need to head somewhere to deliver an item or complete a task, you're left groping your way through the town streets until you happen to stumble upon the location you're supposed to find. The controls...
Nope, I can't, alright, okay, don't. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I know last week I got all over your face about negativity and, you know, find something positive. Don't always seek out the negative. But when I said that, I had yet to experience this. This is a terrible game. There is no way I can possibly find any positives out of this. It is a wretched, putrid, festering pile of excrement fallen from the arsehole of some mythological creature who eats disappointment and shits human misery.
It's not fun. It's not even The Sims. It's just this. There's no word for it. From now on, the term bustin' out will be used to describe a game that is devoid of even the most basic elements of entertainment.
I made a mistake. I made a mistake choosing to do this game. I made a mistake inflicting this game upon you. I made a mistake spending hours of my life playing this game. I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm going to go away and think about what I did, and I will see you next week.